All right. We going live here, are we, brother?
Yes, we
All
are.
right. I love it, man.
Hit go live.
All right. I think we're going live. We got Facebook going. Look at this. We got Facebook going. We got everything going.
We can't see you, Mark.
Well, let me get in there a
Get
little bit.
There you go, big guy.
Get my big old head in there. Yeah. All right. Hey, you guys have seen maybe number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. This is number 6.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely, yeah.
Number 6. You got me, Mark Big Guy Bott, and you got my
Brian.
partner in crime.
You know me, y'all. Brian Shartzer. How's everybody doing today?
I love it. I love it. I love it. Hey, this is number 6 in our podcast, and we're called the Sound Warriors. And our little theme we have is we say it, and once in a while we sing it because we're both singers. So we say it, we sing it, we let it roll. And today is number 6, and we're going to do a little something different. We've been asked by a couple people, a few, quite frankly. Brian's been out, and heck, he can't seem to get out of the barber shop. He can't get out of he can't get out of buying a pair of boots. He can't get out anywhere without talking for 45 minutes to an hour. He spends 2 hours at the gym answering questions about his career and his songs, and I, same thing happens to me. So we've got people that have asked us questions, and they're trying to get to know us a little bit.
And it's really cool.
Yeah.
It really is cool,
Yeah.
For our music getting out and people coming up to us and asking us questions, about, our music and, where we're going, what we're doing.
Well, Kimmy got a couple of those that people got sent to her online.
Oh, nice.
So I've got one here. Let me pull one off here. This one says, "Where were you guys born and raised?" Go ahead and take it.
Oh, man. Born in Decatur, Illinois, 71. Yeah, I'm telling my age. Doesn't matter.
Man.
It doesn't matter, right?
Doesn't matter.
You're as old as you feel.
It's a number.
So, yeah, born 71, September, and was raised in L.A.
Where's our technical support? All right, we're back up. Yeah, we need technical support. This is number 6, as you all may have heard earlier. And, hey, are we technical guys? Maybe not.
Give me a ball bat, and I'll show you what technical is all about.
Yeah, we are better with a ball bat and a microphone. I don't know why.
Yeah.
And that may be coming up in some of the questions. Brian, where were you born again?
Again, L.A. is where I was raised.
Raised in L.A.
Yeah.
So you're an Illinois
raised on a
cat.
farm, man.
Love it.
Farm life.
Yep. Well, I was born in Dover, Ohio, which is right outside of Columbus. That's where I was born. And I was actually raised in Chicago by wolves.
Well, if you're going to live in Chicago, Hoss, that's a pretty rough area.
You better be raised by wolves. So, yeah, I was raised by wolves there. Okay, so we got a second question. Do you have, and we'll hit this one to Brian, do you have any kids, and are you married or single?
I am very, very happily married, yes, to Vicky Shartzer, of course, Vicky Schride. I have 2 beautiful daughters of my own, Alexis and Cassie. When Vicky and I got together, she has 2 children of her own, Braden, which we call him Bucky, and Brianna.
Yeah, so we're 4 total.
Yeah, so I got 4 total. We're blended, family, and I'm very blessed.
Cool.
How about you?
Well, let's see. I have 4 kids. I've got, they're all grown. Danny, Charlie, Ashley, and Kinley. So I got 2 boys, 2 girls, same deal. And I've got a fiance.
Oh.
And her name's Kimmy.
So wait a minute. Did I miss something?
Well, we've been kind of sneaking that
Oh, hell.
in. Kimmy's our production assistant.
You going to hang out with this big guy?
What are you thinking, Kimmy?
I think she needs some help.
I think she does. If you got to live with me, you need all the help you can get.
Oh, my gosh. No kidding. So she's, hey, well, congratulations.
She's walking around with the ring.
I didn't know.
I
thought we was tight.
Well, we are, but we're low key. We're low key.
I understand. Yeah. Hey, in the shadows of the night, baby.
That's right. That's your song, not mine, bro. I don't have to go by your rules on that. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to change the subject real
quick.
And the fans want to know, Brian, what was your first job?
Job besides washing dishes, as a teenager,
Yeah. Was that at home?
No, it was working on the farm.
Okay.
Helping my grandfather out with the coon dogs, the horses. But that wasn't a paid job.
Yeah.
So paid job, washing dishes, basically when I started out in a restaurant.
Yep.
And
man, we're the same.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
I was the pot washer at Medina Country Club in Chicago. Yeah. And I'll tell you real quick how I got the job. I went in to get a job to be a caddy because I was a pretty good golfer. And the guy slicked me. I was 15 years old. And he said, well, yeah, to get in line to be a caddy, buddy, you'll get moved right up to the top if you start working in the kitchen. Introduced me to the chef, and he looked at me and he goes, hey, big guy. A big kid. I was always big. And he said, you be potwash. And I go, well, what's that? Well, I was the only one tall enough to reach into the big sink and put those big soup pots in and scrub them.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was it. I was a pot washer. Now let's throw this out right away.
Well, yeah. But I baled hay, cleaned stalls, and corn. Pulled tassels, stuff like that.
Yep.
Before I became an adult, and then my gosh, military and factory work and
now
construction.
Now you're just pulling people out of bars.
I'm trying to get people into bars to listen to our music,
so I could throw them out. Even better.
Yeah.
All right, here's another one, and you're going to win on this one, Brett, buddy.
Uh-oh.
Okay, you shine a lot, but you're going to shine right here.
Okay.
Okay, this one is, and I think Kimmy set me up on this one because she knows. But are you guys cowboys? And can you or do you ride horses?
Well, I could say I'm a cowboy.
Okay.
To a certain extent.
Okay.
Born and raised on a farm, so we had horses. We had rodeos. Now I never roped anything, thrown a bull down or anything in that imagination.
I think we're both still throwing some bull down.
I could say I'm somewhat of a cowboy. Okay. Well, what about you?
I was raised by wolves in Chicago. I was very good inside bars taking people's IDs. That's what I did. But later in life, I had my first wife was a horse person.
Okay.
So, and of course, you've already slapped me around enough on this one, but I bought the farm twice.
That's another thing.
26 stalls. 26 stalls. Got to have it done right. And the only horse story I got is I finally got a horse, and I was told, you need to learn how to ride because the whole family rides, blah, blah, blah. My son was a real good rider. And so I got this horse, took it out, and I went out by myself. And I hardly ever rode a horse. So I take this horse out, and it's almost like dead broke, they call it, right? Yeah. Dead broke. Yeah. And he's going along. Well, unfortunately, this horse had never seen a deer. I got him into a canter, I guess, not trot, but canter.
Right.
And he's cantering, and I am like boss. I'm looking over, I'm threatening birds. You want some of this? Huh? You want some of this? I'm riding along. He saw that thing, dead stop. I bounced off the horn on my chest. He went 3 steps fast to the left, threw me off. I let go of the reins, which I guess you don't do.
Well,
right?
Whatever.
You don't do that. Well, he went 1.5 miles back, barn sour, back to the barn, and I walked back, and I got a standing applause from everyone who was mucking their stalls because I walked all the way back.
Because of the great wipeout. Hey, we got people, what are they saying over here on the old live there?
I
can't see. I'm about half blind.
Sharon Hayes and Barry are watching.
All right. Hey, guys.
Deborah Clem is watching. Ken Harville's watching. Hey, everybody.
What's up?
Yeah, we're having a blast here, let me tell you.
Hey,
so
thanks for
we're done with that one.
Yeah, thank you, man. To this madness.
Yeah. So we got all kinds of stuff. So let's talk about this. Kim's got another one here, and she said, and this was by another person that sent this in.
Okay.
Is it true that you guys have the same promoter?
Oh.
Since you were with Beverly first, why don't you kick that off?
Let me listen. I just spoke to her on the way over here.
Yeah.
I love her.
She's the best.
And let me tell you, we can go, her and I kind of go back 4 years. And I'm going to take a little bit of time with this because this comes from my heart, and it really does. 4 years ago, we're all dreamers, wanting to play music and live that dream. And that has been my dream since day one.
Yep.
Following down the same roads as my music heroes. So I talked to God, I asked him for help. And then next thing you know, I hook up with Beverly. And so her and I talked for 2 years. Now, Beverly, not one time ever asked me for money, nothing. She was here in my ear.
Yeah, guiding
me. I'd ask questions, she would answer them. And so for 2 years, our friendship we was just friends. And, talking about the business and everything. And just one day, she just came out and said, hey, why don't you write a song, get it recorded and send it to me so we can see what you got, And I did that. So last year, in May with with Eric Nelson, being in my corner,
Eric owns Eclipse Studios in Bloomington. Also, I use Eric as well. I've been kind of following your success.
Right. But you're doing great. So, I went to Eric and because all my songs that I did in my previous shows, we took all the songs to the studio, all the instrumental, and put it in there. Okay, this is no secret because this is where I get a bunch of crap from people that don't know what they're talking about.
They don't understand
They're
tracks.
they're from a yes, they're tracks.
They're from a different time.
So here's the thing. When we created these tracks, background harmonies, I'm huge on that because it fills the song out so much. It adds so much to the song. So if I'm singing in the same key as that song that I have picked to play, I kept the background harmonies.
Yeah. Now, did you sing some of those harmonies yourself?
Yes, I even dubbed my music,
That's
my
what I
vocals
thought Eric said. Yeah.
to fill a song out more. So you're going to hear people singing background harmonies. You're going to hear maybe I might be off a little bit in my vocals on the songs that I'm singing. Okay, it is what it is. It's live music.
Right.
So you're going to hear that. You know why? Because I put it in there. We put it in there because you want to spend 99 cents for a karaoke track, or do you want to spend $100 bill or more? Where's your music passion?
And have a clean, professional, Nashville sounding track.
Right.
Now, there's two ways you can go, if you don't mind me jumping in here. Two ways you can go. And I have both sides of it right now. Number one is if I do a solo show, okay, I have tracks like you.
Right.
Okay. And those tracks are really defined and you get the best tracks you can get.
You pay for it.
Exactly.
Not
karaoke. And then the vocalist. And here's the thing. The better you sing like the original artist, the tighter your voice is to that person's voice.
Absolutely.
Like if I'm doing a Huey Lewis song, I sound a lot like Huey Lewis. Okay. So and I'm not saying I'm that great. I'm just saying it's in my key. It's right in my wheelhouse. Right.
Right.
So people will look at you and go, you ain't really singing that. You've had that with your career.
I've had people
You're doing outlaw country music and you sound just like the artist. That ain't your fault.
Exactly. I again, not to get off track here because I want to stay on Beverly on this, but I've had numerous people come up to me. I'm on my break. If I do take one, you're either that damn good or you're lip syncing.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I appreciate the comment. Thank you so much. And they're like, well, are you, what do you mean? I said, I tell you what, when I go back, and I proved this to one lady, I told her, I said, when I go up on my next set, you come on up stage with me.
Yep. Come on up.
You pick a song and you stand right here, right beside me. And so that way, you know that I'm singing for real.
Hey, we got a bunch more people live on Facebook.
Oh, what we got?
We got Kenna is on there. Sharon.
Yeah.
Heath.
Hey, Beverly.
Yeah.
Thank
you,
my buddy.
Appreciate you guys checking in. We're doing number 6 podcast here, Sound Warriors. Mark, Big Guy Bott. We also got Mr. Brian Shartzer,
the misfit.
That's right. Well, we got double misfits. But let's talk Beverly.
So anyway, we go to the studio. I talked with Eric. I said, listen, I'm going to kind of do my own thing. And I've been talking with Beverly, and she's like, it's time to sink or swim. So I said, I want to start writing my own music. I'm going to need your help because I'm not a songwriter, so to speak. And Eric is like,
you are
hey,
now,
man.
brother.
Yeah. And he's like, and Eric was like, that'd be a cool project because Eric has worked with a bunch of artists that they're number ones.
Oh,
I mean, they are big time rappers. I mean, hey,
look at the walls.
Look
on every
at his
wall
walls.
of the studio.
Yeah. So Eric and
best.
he's a co-writer because he helps me because he moves, lyrics around, makes them make sense, and he does all the instrumental, and he does everything in the studio, everything. So he is a huge part of my life and my music.
So what Beverly think of your first song when you turned it into her?
I was really hesitant, and I was more scared than anything because I was nervous. The song I thought we thought was great. They called them Outlaws.
Yeah.
So I sent her the MP3, and she was like, "I knew it. I knew you could do it." And I was like, "What?" And I said, "You like it?" She says, "I love it."
Well, everybody liked it. Where did that song go to, brother?
It went, it hit the charts the first time it made the charts for one, my first single.
Right.
And it's not my single. It's Eric's single. It's Beverly's single. It's our song. Okay. Cause we're a team. Cashbox Magazine, Soundwave One Radio. But anyway, stay on track here. It made it to the top 10.
Yeah.
Congrats, brother. Before, it
awesome.
Lost its steam, but
it's a killer song.
Thank you. But Beverly, as we're talking about her, she's a mother that I never had, man. She's
so people don't know her.
No. I mean,
everybody knows her in the business, but right now the people we're talking to, they hear Beverly.
Yeah.
So Who is Beverly Jenkins?
Well, Beverly is, like I said, she's like a mother to me, and I mean that because she's like a mother, okay? So, but Beverly is promoters, of course, and she's been in the music business for a many years. I mean, everybody knows that she was married to Vern Gosdin,
The Voice.
the voice of country music.
Yeah.
And when you're surrounded by that talent, Beverly has got all this wisdom, all this guidance, and all this knowledge that she wants to share with, up and coming artists.
She also has co-written a
Well,
lot of
I don't know about that. I don't know if she's written any songs.
That's kind of what I had
don't
picked
know.
up. Yeah,
So
we won't verify that, but
yeah.
let's put it this way. Her word in the industry, because I got to talk about her a little bit too, because
Sure.
she's now my promoter too.
Right. Yes.
I will say this. Her standing and her word in the industry means everything. I had a guy the other day who wanted to start playing my new song called Simple Plan.
Good
And
song.
thank you,
Yeah.
brother.
Yeah.
And I said, well, I'll send it to you. And I've got these other songs. He said, just hold on. Hold on. You don't have to worry about that. You're represented by Beverly Jenkins.
Oh,
I don't need to hear anymore.
really?
Yeah. Straight story.
Nice.
I don't need to hear anymore. Send me your stuff. So
Very cool.
that's the kind of reach she has. And then when she sends out a song, like when your first song went out, how did that work? Where did it go to? Did it go out to how many places?
Well, here's the thing. I'm still learning about Cashbox magazine, Cashbox charts.
You got to go through that to become a
do.
star.
So I'm thinking that Cashbox magazine has their own stations or radio stations that they put our music on, and they send it out, and it goes for a couple months to see if it's going to be good enough to make the charts. Okay.
And there's thousands and thousands and thousands of songs swimming around
Yes.
trying to get seen.
Right.
From what I understand.
Right. And like I said, that's all Beverly's thing. I'm
Right.
I'm out here. I'm just a singer, songwriter, the passion guy. So it goes from there. If it's good enough, it makes the charts.
Yeah, it's kind of like an algorithm thing from what I gathered. So but basically, there's no cheating. Basically your song, once it gets on the charting process, hey, look who we got here. We got Sharon, we got Jill. We're live on
Hi,
Facebook
Jill.
also here.
Yes.
Yeah, Jill, Beverly. Beverly's on there.
Hey!
We're talking about you right now. We're talking about
showing you some love, honey.
Yeah. We're talking about Beverly. But yeah, so and then you either get enough radio play to get that song up into the top 100. Isn't that the goal?
Yes.
Right.
Top 100 charts.
Right. So, and you've got another song, by the way, that
I
got charted.
I am 2 for 2.
You're
Can you
2
believe
for
that?
2, brother?
I am 2 for 2.
You're like a baseball
I have
player.
7 singles.
7
singles that's out. My first single didn't do so well. And then I, again hooked up with Beverly. And since then, we have 6 songs that's being played out worldwide. And why is that? It's because of Beverly. And I'm going to tell you something straight up. Beverly has helped a lot of artists, which I'm sure, in her time in the businesses. You know what I mean? We all got to start somewhere.
Well, take a look right now, Brian. Here's the way I look at it. Whatever it was that brought her to the pinnacle of where she's at right now, look at what she has, the stable of singers and performers she has. She has right now 30 performers on her roster.
Mm-hmm.
And they're many of them have had #1 hits.
Yes.
Okay. Past and right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Billy Payne.
Right.
He's got 2.
Yep.
Adam Grant's got a couple.
Yeah. So she's got 30 really good people up there singing away. A lot of them out
and that's
performing
just
live.
with us knowing her at this level
Yeah.
for just a couple of years,
Yeah.
a few years.
But there's 30 in that stable right now, and she also has a new affiliation. She's got BGJ Music Group. She's got BGJ Promotions. And I understand that there's a little thing that just happened at GAC Records. So that's another new thing.
It's been a long time. She's always wanted to work with a label that believes in what she believes in.
Right.
And taking care of the artists. It's not about taking your money, or promising you things that they can't fulfill. And
I'm going to vote for all 3 of those things.
So, yeah. So when Beverly says she's finally found a label that she can work with.
That's awesome. It's good.
You know it's good.
Yeah,
You know,
no doubt.
but yeah, so
Awesome.
but Beverly, she's helped me, and I'm gonna tell you something. We all start somewhere, and whoever's helped whoever, and you need to keep one thing in mind. You remember the people who helped you. You remember the people who's guided you.
Yep.
And
Up the ladder and down the ladder.
absolutely. And always, I don't care who it is, he, she, thank them and continue to thank them because
Absolutely.
you wouldn't, I know right now, I wouldn't have 6 singles worldwide, 2 on the top 100 charts, a top 10, country roots. If you'd have told me 40 years ago that I was going to create a song and go back to the farm where I grew up on all my life and made a country video, with Nick Freno, which is going to do an amazing job. This would not have happened without Beverly Jenkins,
Yep.
man.
So
And
Beverly, we're tipping our glass to
my
you.
God.
Cheers. And we've got a few more questions we got to get in here.
What do we got?
And we've got, I'm not sure who this one was from, but Kimmy just sent me this one. They wanted to, somebody wanted to know, what was both of your first car? How about you?
I don't know because I never had one until I got married with my first wife, with Becca. She had one. So we used her car.
Well, I'm gonna take
I'm
this
just
one.
being real with you.
I'm gonna take this one. Okay. Mine was a '69 Camaro.
Well, of course.
Yeah, 69 Camaro when I was being raised by wolves in Chicago. So I was big man on campus with that car. So here's another one Kimmy just dropped off. Let's see what she does. Look at me reach right in front of the camera. That's a classy move. All right, so this one is, and we're getting close to being done with number 6 here. We got a few more questions, but what was your first pet?
Horses.
Horses. So I only get one first pet, you get 30.
Yeah. Yeah, I was raised on a farm, so if a coon would come up, a baby coon, that was a pet. You know what I mean? So yeah.
So as typical, when I ask a question, you get 30 of them and I only get one. Okay. Well, let's hope I can catch up with you on some hits.
You are from Chicago.
I was raised by wolves. Yeah. And I spit out more teeth than I had. But anyway, my first pet was a dog, and it was a kind of a stray or whatever. And I've raised a lot of money over the years for pets, let me tell you. And we went to pick it up. My sister's 7 years older than me. She's still kicking. And when we went to get it,
No sound? I was sound on that? Is that what this says? Whoever says no.
I don't know.
Shoot.
Yeah. Anyway, I went to pick up the pet with the parents, and they said, "Well, Debbie, last time you got to pick the dog. I mean the name, and so Mark gets to pick the dog this time. So you got to memorize 5, okay?"
Mm-hmm.
And the parents said, "Well, my sister she tells this story today. Why's Mark get to pick the name? It's going to be something stupid." So I looked up to my parents and said, "What day is it today?" And they said, "Well, it's Sunday, Mark." And I said, "Okay, the dog's name is Sunday."
Well,
and my sister just wanted to just die and jump out of the car. So that was my first dog, Sunday, the half German Shepherd.
Can you guys hear us now on this Facebook Live here?
What's the story on that? Well,
this is the first time I actually went live with it.
Yeah, well, we got our own problems, don't we?
So here, toss her back up there.
Yeah.
If you can't hear us, guys, I apologize.
Just look at our beautiful faces. You can't help with that. Yeah. All right, so let's see. What else did we do that one? Okay, here's one. Do you guys tour, and do you guys do solo shows, and do you guys do shows together? Okay, so the first one is, do you tour? Well, you did how many shows last year? Well, that's a tour.
But let's be real. Okay, no, not on a tour bus yet, but I will be.
Yep, no doubt.
Okay, it's coming. I'm going to be able to walk away from my job, my real job, and I will be on tour bus.
I've already walked away, by the way.
Well, God love you.
I've already walked away.
Yes.
I'm doing a tour in June.
So, yes, you are doing a tour in June.
Yeah,
it's
big guy in the
white,
mob.
blue, right?
Big Guy in the Mob. Yeah, the red, white, and blue tour.
Yeah.
And it's going to be with my band, The Mob. We're called Big Guy in the Mob when we get together. And we're going to do that in June, July, and August. We're right now trying to book shows in Chicago, St. Louis, around the Midwest. Right. We'd like to do one show down in Nashville just to do it, you know what I mean? And then we've got a closing show already booked down in the Ozarks.
Good.
So that'll be right on the water in late August. That won't be too tough. I may have to get my dad Bott out and make it happen, bro.
Hey, dad's bods, sexy.
Okay. The other part of this question, the other part of this question was, do we do shows together? Tell them, Brian.
We do, yeah, we do every once in a while. We get together, and the cool thing about that, number one, when I'm doing my show, there's it's just me, so I have like 60 songs that I sing,
Right.
which is really tough. I don't know anybody that's out there in the business today, right now, unless they're doing their own thing, like we're doing.
Right.
Like with me, it's all me. So
Yeah.
it's when I do a show, I tell everybody, yeah, I got a 3-hour show, but if there's still a crowd there and the bar is still making money, uh, I'm gonna sing till I lose my voice.
Yeah.
And then that ends up to being 4 hours to 4.5
Yeah.
hours.
My last show, I did 42 songs live, outdoor show on a big old stage.
Yeah.
With the band, and I did 42 songs. We had a couple breaks in between, but I mean that's pretty stressful on your voice.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
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 I mean, but it is what it is. There's gonna come a day that I'm gonna be able to walk up and do 20 or 30 songs,
Exactly.
most of my songs
Mhm.
and some covers.
It's called opening for a big act or being the big act.
Right.
And that's what you're going to do. You're going to do 20, 22 songs max. If you're going to open, you're probably going to do 15, 16 songs, and that's cool. So we got a couple more questions,
Okay.
and then we'll call this a podcast.
And then we're gonna turn around, we're gonna come right back because I'm not ready to shut this down quite yet.
Oh, yeah,
So
yeah.
we'll give a little break.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's say, what do we got here? Here's one up here. What'd Kimmy put on this one? Oh, this is a good one. Someone thought at one of your shows that you guys were the bouncers and not the singers. That's a true story, right? And any experience in martial arts between you guys? And well, there better not be between us because it'd be one hell of a fight. He'd take me, but it'd be good.
Well, I don't know. You're a big boy.
Pretty
So
big boy.
I'll tell you what. I'll take the lead on this.
Yeah.
Jeff DeVore from Mount Zion, Illinois. Back in the 90s, I was in this. I was wanting to learn kickboxing, Muay Thai, because you've seen all the movies, right? You wanted to be that badass on that guy.
Oh, yeah.
So he had a class going on, and Jeff, he this is one of his fondest memories of me. I walked in, I said, "Hey, I want to learn some effing Muay Thai kickboxing. I'm ready to go." And he was like, "Who is this guy that just walked in, dropping the F-bomb, because
Right.
I was pumped, I was wanting to learn how to kick some ass, right?
He couldn't wait to break your stick.
I trained with Jeff DeVore for many years, boxing, kickboxing, martial arts, and and then Pete Peterson, he got into the Muay Thai, so to speak. And so, you just joined everything together. So it was, kind of like street combat kickboxing to where, you use the Muay Thai style, boxing style, karate, So
Well, you had it all.
I had it all.
Standing up or laying down.
I'm no ground fighter. I'll tell you that.
Nor am I, brother.
Don't want no part of that. I really don't want no part of it anymore.
No,
really.
I don't either. Look at my freaking nose, and that's after a redo, brother.
So
as good as it gets.
I tell you, there's people that we look up to and we love so much, and Jeff DeVore is the Lord broke the mold when Jeff came into this world because of who he is.
Yeah. Well, let me throw one in.
So go ahead.
Okay. I have worked with empowered martial arts going on 3 decades, and one of the things that in the world of the big guy that I demand is that what's up, team, is that I demand of my kids and my grandkids that they need to be able to take care of themselves. My son Danny is a black belt. I've got all my grandkids involved. I got 2 granddaughters that are brown belts. I've got a junior black belt at 6 years old, and I've worked through Empower Martial Arts with Rick Christie, Jason Christie, and the king of them all, John Gaston.
Oh yeah,
And
I know.
Yeah, I could list John's, all of them. I mean, Rick's a 6th degree. John
Rick Christie. So you got John and Rick, which trained with with Jeff. Yeah.
And John is 9th degree and much, much more. And also just he's got a new book out that's about not just empowered martial arts, but about empowering yourself and getting up in the morning, no matter how rough it is, and remembering to swing the bat, So shout out to where you started, and it's Jeff, right?
Yeah.
I better get his name right because he'll have me on the mat. So I do have one martial arts story to tell, and then we'll call this one, and we're gonna wrap up, and then we're gonna do number 7 after this.
Sounds good.
So anyway, my son, had one of his black belt tests. He's also pretty high up in the Gracie chain. That takes about 10 years or 12 years to get a black belt.
Right.
And Hoist Gracie, who if anybody's heard of him, one of the baddest men on the planet, owns 500 dojos, I think, across the world. It's from Brazil, and it's a whole different set of martial arts. But anyway, Hoist was in town and giving my son his test. And my son called me and he said, "Hey, Hoist wants to meet the guy that made me this crazy. And so he wants you to come down here." And I said, "Will you tell Hoist, okay, don't make me effing come down there right now."
We're doing good because we're not dropping any of the
Right.
F-bombs.
Don't make me effing come down there right now. And all of a sudden, in a Brazilian accent, I heard, "Hey, Papa, how are you? You want to come down and roll?" And I thought, oh my God, he heard me. So I said, "Am I on speaker?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "Why didn't you tell me? When did I train you as a kid not to do that to people?" He said, "Oh, Dad, he just wants to meet you. He's not going to hurt you." I said, "Yeah, he isn't going to hurt me. I'm not coming down." I'm not nuts. Anyway, I couldn't come down, but I would have. What a great guy,
Yeah.
So that's at Empowered Martial Arts. You know how you have a passcode? My passcode is "Don't make me come down there." That's all I tell them, which doesn't mean anything because they laugh at me.
Sure.
They would just beat me
I
to
get it. Yeah.
beat me to a pulp. But anyway, so hey, Brian Shartzer,
The
Mark,
big guy.
and here's the deal. This is podcast number 6. We are having a blast. We're loving talking about music, life in general. So we're going to be out for now, but we'll be back for more. Catch all of our podcasts on YouTube, number 1 through number 6, and number 7's going to be coming up shortly. Love y'all.
Peace. All right. That was fun.